All right, everybody's starting to show up here. Mm. Yeah, I got my coffee. Uh, uh, Pressy Manzanero is here. Pressy, first one in, I think. Let me head over here so we can try and get a read on what's going on here at the homestead. Oh, hey, gotta make my way through the brush here. I hope I don't get a rash. Ugh, yeah. I gotta set my coffee down here for a second. All right. Oh, so I'm trying to keep you guys updated on what's going on. So I understand why they did it this way, and I want to show you this fence line. So there you go. This is the progress. So you can see the progress they made on the back wall there. It looks good. It looks great in my opinion. And then over here, they're coming forward now up towards the front of the property or the barangay road. So you can see down there that they had the issue really was soft ground. Remember, we're working with reclaimed swampland here, and so they didn't hit water, but they hit some really soft ground. So that required them to put layers of gravel down there. You see my gravel pile is getting a little low over there. Layers of gravel. And then thanks for sharing it out. I appreciate it. Anna G's here. Anna G, how you be? So here we go. Here we go. And then what they did was they're doing this in sections because they had to get some stable ground to work with. So that has rebar down there also underneath it. So there's a couple layers of gravel. And then Aileen Cruz, hi. Hello. There's a couple layers of gravel down there, and then the rebar is down there for reinforcement. It looks just like that with the stirrups and everything. And they had to cement that in and form that. And then you can see right here, they went this far and then they had to stop because they needed containment. They had to make sure that the rock and the ground and everything was compacted and secure. And so you had to do this. You couldn't open it up so that the gravel down there, this stuff over here, the 3/4 inch Sharpie gravel, you had to make sure that it stayed all in one place so they could work on this first section of fence. Now, as I said previously, it's going to match that side. It's going to match that side. I would have liked to have gotten this 100 square meters over here, this property. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get in contact with the owner. Well, we were actually. We sent several messages. We let their friends know that we were looking for them, and then we got no response. They're in Riyadh. They're in the Middle East. Larry is here. Hi, Larry. Thanks for coming in. So generally what that means, when we know that we actually made contact, we know that they actually got the messages, but they didn't respond. So that means they're not interested in selling the land. So anyway, maybe one day they plan on building a house here, from what I understand, and we want them to. We want them to. And over here, though, so we're gonna have to deal with it, and I decided that we'll just go ahead and replicate that fence. Shaney is here. Hello. Raid from Glenda, Montero. Inviting you all to our birthday giveaway. Be there or be square. Yes, this is the Philippines. So this is going to be rendered, meaning that it's going to look like that wall right there. I like nice looking things. And they're also going to put tie beam on top because of the way this wall is built. And the fact that we have a double wall there, we want to make sure that it's as sturdy as it could be. So they're most likely, unless I change my mind, but I think there's going to be a tie beam. connecting those pillars together all the way across the top. And it'll give it some aesthetic value also, right? It'll look nice and clean, and we'll probably stay with these neutral colors and paint. You gotta have it look nice, even if it's an empty lot. I don't know how far we're gonna get. I really don't know. So, as far as the money goes, we might run out. I don't know. So anyway, right here, you see them making their way this way. So today, when the fellas get here, they'll be breaking through because now this is all set. You guys see what they did here, right? They're pretty smart. They're pretty smart. And then they'll continue on street side. Now, here's something interesting that I just discovered. I got to grab my coffee. I need my coffee. Let me show you what's going on up here. So now, according to code, you've got to go, or you can only go like 2.5 meters from the center of the barangay road. And so somewhere they accidentally buried the Mahone that was actually the marker to show where that position was. And so we're going to have to unbury it today just to get an idea of where the end of this fence line will go. But quite frankly, if we match it, if we go ahead, I hope I don't fall in this hole right here. That would be bad. Yeah, I'm doing a balancing act right now. I've got rock underneath me. I've got foliage. I've got snakes. Ugh. River rock. It's easy. It's easy to lose balance here. I got a post hole there. They're supposed to be delivering more sand this morning. I hope that doesn't hang us up. They stopped by last night, the sand distributor, to let us know that they haven't forgotten us. They're going to bring it this morning. All right, so this looks like it might be a marker to let them know where that post goes. Down there is the Mahone. There's the Mahone. But over here, somewhere around here, we accidentally buried, when we were squaring this all away, the marker that shows the 2.5 meters from the center of the barangay, or the proposed barangay road. Right here. See that paved part? See that concreted part? And so we have to look for it today. It's somewhere around here. I'm not sure that rock is it, but it's around here. It's round. It looks just like a Mahone. Looks just like a marker. And once we find that, but we're safe. I think we're safe if we just line this up, because we do have plans. We do have the measurements. Frank is coming out here. Papa Frank is going to work today, it looks like. So, right here, if you just line that bad boy up and run a string, we're going to be fine. We're going to have plenty of room to build this fence up front. Now, I'm not sure if we're actually going to start on this fence in the front yet, because there's a lot of stuff to do. But, and you have to bring materials in here, when you start building a house. The guys are here. So, I think we have enough materials to get started. We ordered 100 more hollow block, 50 more bags of sand. And you see there's a lot of work to do, but you got to build these walls first, because we need to use them as retaining walls. These walls here have to hold the river rock and the 3/4 inch gravel that's going to be used to level this. And that's before we start excavating for the foundation. So all this has to be compacted, and it has to be level. I mean, laser leveled. You know what I mean? Laser leveled, before we start building the house. So that's what the plan is. That's what the plan is going forward. I think that's about it for the update. I got I don't have much more to present. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to show you their progress. I think they're going to come a long way. Thanks everybody, 6 million people in the house, for stopping by. This is Bye Bye City in the Philippines, the barangay of Candatum. And hopefully we'll see the engineer today or tomorrow. He's probably watching right now to see what I'm up to. We'll see everybody later. Take care. Oh, go in there and run up my ice cream video. You know, Friday was yesterday here in the Philippines. It's ice cream day for me. And fortunately, that is if the ice cream lady is there. And she was there yesterday, and so we did a little video, but it was slightly out of focus. I tried to fix it on an open source program. It didn't turn out too well. But I did the best I could. So go in there and enjoy the ice cream. Soft serve. It's the best that the Philippines has to offer. And we'll see you on the next update. Bye, everybody.